Welcome back. This week we saw a 500 point fall from 21,593 to 21,087 and market was in panic. Why? Because not only the bank Nifty and the Nifty were falling, but the mid cap index was also falling, and mid cap index has seen a damaging week. Then what next? Is it going to recover? Are we in a very serious situation? What is it? Should we book profits? Well, what happened thereafter? We saw that the 9-day exponential moving average for both the bank Nifty and the Nifty was supporting it. And we have mentioned or referred to this moving average quite a few times in past weeks. We know, you also know, that unless the 9-week moving average or the 9-day exponential moving average, these moving averages are taken out decisively, the trend doesn't end. But should you book profits? Of course you should. At least partly you should book profits. What has been happening? All these days we have seen that the market is going up and up and up, and we were toying with the question how far it can go. For the first time we have seen that it is retreating. Now there is some fear. Should it fall below 21,000? Where would the trend get terminated? All that you need to know. First of all, unless you see that 9-day and 20-day moving averages are taken out by the Nifty and the bank Nifty or the CNX mid cap, their uptrends, however long, however huge duration or huge markup, huge excursion, price excursion you have seen, they don't get terminated. They can continue. Especially the CNX mid cap has the habit of doing so. In that case, where do we stand? Yes, the Nifty is our benchmark. Unless 21,000 is taken out, there is no major signal of weakness. Only when 20,500 gets taken out, then we will say that the 2-month-old upswing in the market has been terminated and the corrective phase has begun. If you remember, we have already given a hint last time that there would be some such situations which would actually make us think as to what's happening. Should we take some money off the table? And now that time has come. At least partly, if you take money off the table, not a problem. Now, all that we have seen points out to this, that we are in the midst of some volatility. This doesn't mean that all hell has broken loose and you have to sell everything lock, stock and barrel. Through my experience of last 3 decades, I can tell you that unless a trend is broken by prices, not in your oscillators, not in your moving averages, unless price goes down and falls below certain levels, we can't say that the trend has been terminated. But definitely a speed breaker has come, and we have given you advice that please book profits. That has happened this time. Since we have seen that not all sectors do badly at a time and not all sectors do well at a time, then there would be some opportunities, and such kind of opportunities are likely to be available in certain software stocks, certain pharma stocks, and maybe in certain banking stocks as well. Some of you have asked certain questions, out of which we are taking about a stock that we referred earlier, we recommended, and it did pretty well. OFSS, we recommended it in the early 3000s, and now it has already moved up to 4200 and come down. Unless it falls below 4100 on closing price basis, you can continue to hold it, and if it falls below that, then book profits and get out. Some of you are holding ITC, or some of you are thinking whether you would buy ITC or not. What I would say is that yes, ITC presents an opportunity to buy. Buy at current levels or on some dip, but put a stop loss below 440 on closing price basis. When I say below 440, I mean 439 to about 435, anywhere you put your stop loss, and hold it for 4 to 6 months. I expect it to test 499 once again. If you want to know about more stocks and if you have more queries, then please write to me at rkbose@rajatkbose.com. Send your queries to my email ID. I would tell you the procedure as to what needs to be done, and definitely I will oblige you to the extent I can. Thank you for being with me. If you like my presentation, press the like button, subscribe to my channel, share it among others, and also don't forget to press the bell button.